I'm very excited because I am an alumni of IIHM, and this is where my journey started in the year 1997 when I joined the college for 3 years and passed out in 2000. So I clearly remember those 3 years of my college life in IIHM. I clearly remember the building EC37 where our institute was, and the EC 268 where we used to do most of our practical classes there. So it was definitely a foundation, right, where we have basically got there at the moment. And it was wonderful. The teachers, of course, right, taught us a lot of things that point of time, and that's where our foundation was built up. And today, yes, it has helped me to be successful. So I will be forever indebted to IIHM for that. And the teachers there that part of time who taught me and of course guided me, counseled me, and at the same time helped me to improve my skills in hotels. I passed out in the year 2000 and of course we had campus interviews in the institute. So I got through a couple of hotels that point of time. So I was quite lucky in that. But I decided to join Hyatt Regency Delhi, which was situated in Bikaji Kama Place. And it was an international chain, of course, that of time. So I was very excited to join Hyatt Regency Delhi. And I joined them as an F&B associate. I was in the Italian restaurant called La Piazza, which was one of the most popular and the most busiest restaurant at that period. So for 1 year, I was working there as a waiter, and I honed my skills as a F&B professional. I developed my skills and knowledge into food and beverage. And then throughout that year, I think I did well. And then I got noticed by my managers and by my seniors there. And then they gave me an opportunity to apply internally as a corporate leadership training program training, which normally they normally go and select from colleges for that program. And when I was trying for it in the year 2000, when I passed out, I did not get through that. But the following year, through internal performance, I think I got an opportunity. And then I broke through the interviews there. And I went to the corporate leadership training program for 1 year. That was another platform where I could basically hone my skills and knowledge all across departments and across hotels. I was sent for pre-opening task force in Hyatt Regency Kolkata and Hyatt Regency Mumbai at that point of time. And that 1 year was a great learning year for me, where I built up my foundation into management skills. Post that, I got graduated in the year 2001, 2002. And then I joined the Park Hyatt Goa team as an assistant manager restaurant. I opened up the restaurant, the Market Grill, and worked there for almost a year. Working in restaurant was a different experience, but then they requested me that if I could change my department and look after a convention department, a convention services and events department. So I got transferred there. I didn't have much skills then. I told my manager that I don't know much about the convention services and the events part of the hotel. But he said, don't worry, all right, we have basically, all right, a manager who can train you in just 2 weeks' time. And I said, yes, I'm open for that. And then I went to convention services and then spent some time there. And then post that, I asked for a transfer. They transferred me to the room sales department in Mumbai office. So the Park Hyatt Goa Hotel had a Mumbai sales office, and then I was transferred to Mumbai office, and I was selling the hotel from Mumbai. So I was on sales calls. I was going out, selling the hotel rooms and the banquets. And then after working there for a year, I spent almost 3.5 years with Park Hyatt Goa. I requested for a transfer. They transferred me to the Grand Hyatt Mumbai. Grand Hyatt Mumbai just opened up that point of time, and it was a beautiful, large hotel with almost 657 rooms and a banquet size of 12,000 square feet. And I got the job role of an associate director of catering there, and I was selling the banquet space. And through my learning and working, of course, I got promoted there, and then I became the director of events. And I had a beautiful time looking into the biggest events in the country and the biggest of the weddings at one of time. After serving Grand Hyatt Mumbai for almost 3.5 years, I moved to Hyatt Regency Dubai, and I moved to an international assignment. It was again 3.5 years in Dubai with Hyatt Regency Dubai, which was a 800-room hotel and apartments. Again, a huge hotel with great business. And again, I got to develop my skills into group sales there. So right from F&B operations to conventions to then group sales and room sales. Uh, the biggest thing I learned in Dubai was about being multicultural, because Dubai is a destination where people from all over the globe is there, and tourists is coming from all over the world as well. I had a team of 15 people that point of time, and I think in 15 of us we had 10 nationalities, right, from a German to a French to a Lebanese to an Egyptian to a local UAE national. And that's where I learned how to adapt to different right nationality and work together with them. After spending 3.5 years, they called me back to Grand Hyatt Mumbai as an executive committee member and director of convention events. I came back to Mumbai happily and then worked there for 2 years as director of convention events. And then I asked my GM that what next? So then my GM told me that you should not leave the hotel. You should be in the hotel. I wouldn't like to transfer you. So why don't you do rooms operation? Why don't you become the director of rooms there? I was very skeptical then because, means I have done food and beverage, I've done sales, but I've never done housekeeping or laundry or spa or front office as such. And I didn't have much knowledge about it. My general manager at that point of time told me that, Victor, you don't have to worry and be stressed about this, right? The management of principle is the same in all discipline. Uh, yes, you don't have detailed knowledge about the areas maybe, but you have the management principle and you have the management skills already. So what we can do is that we can do a cross training for you for the first 3 months, and post that you can take up the assignment. So then I used to work for almost 16 hours a day then. I would spend morning to night in the events convention department. And then in between for 4 hours, I would be shadowing the director of rooms of the hotel. Mind you, it was 657 rooms. So it was a huge inventory to look into. But then, yes, those 4 months, right, I worked hard and then shadowed the director of rooms and then transitioned into director of rooms for Grand Hyatt Mumbai. It was 2 successful years of director of rooms where I didn't have to struggle. I had a strong team. At the same time, I have already developed my knowledge on rooms operation. And then post that, of course, I get an opportunity to move to the Marriott hotels. So I spent 15 years in the Hyatt hotels, and now for the last 5 years in Marriott hotels. I joined the JW Marriott as resident manager in Mumbai. And then after 2.5 years, I got transferred to Meridien, Goa now as a general manager. It's been now 2 years in this hotel now. So this is my journey from hotel to Meridien, Goa now.
IIHM International Institute of Hotel Management.